Hello everyone and welcome to a new video. As promised, I am filming a little TBR video for Roll-The-Rainbow-Readathon, which is of course hosted and created by Christy from Christy Reads, and it is running from the 12th of September to the 18th of September. Is that math? Is that incorrect? I don't know dates in my head. Give me a moment. 12th to the 18th. Yes, look, I am super smart. So there is 7 rolls, but in theory 6 prompts, so you can do a 6 prompts if you want to. And I just wanted to make a little TBR video. I did manage to interpret all of the books for Roll-The-Rainbow-Readathon into my BOOKCLUB TBR, but in that TBR I didn't want to go into all the colors and stuff, so I want to film a little extra video for it. And the readathon starts tomorrow as you're watching this, or as I'm posting this, you might watch it later. And yes, I am attempting to do 7 books in 1 week. That's how I like to do the smaller 1 week readathons, because it just makes sense, especially if you have 7 prompts. So if you have 5 prompts, I do 5 books. So I'm gonna try. Some of these are quite short and easy, so I think I will be fine. And also it's the 1 week of my life where I work the least, so I think it will be good. I'm planning to do some sprints. It's all gonna be fine. But yeah, oh sorry, I just punched the shelf. Let's go into the prompts and what I've chosen out. I will leave the picture of the colors on the screen. So in the first prompt we had a seasonal read, and it's like orangey, reddy, whatever we are calling these colors here in this photo. And I found a perfect book. Like, it could be any season you want, and obviously we're going into autumn, etc. And it's kind of, you know, going into spooky season, witchy season, etc. So I chose for that Knock 3 Times by Cressida Cowell. And as you can see, the colors on the thing, I didn't choose one color. I feel like all those colors are here. I'll leak a lot of them matches, and I think it's definitely a seasonal read. You know, we have wizards and witch hunters here, so we have like, we follow someone who like hunts wizards, and then a wizard son, and they like become friends, and they like go on adventures together, and like trying to stop like the evil witches from coming back. The evil wizards, the evil witches. Yes, the evil witches from coming back, and it's just really fun. And this is the 3rd book in the series, and it just has illustrations and everything in it. It's just really cool looking book, and I'm gonna listen to the audiobook of this one because David Tennant reads it, and I usually like look through the book as I am listening, or like if I can't do it at the moment, I will go and look through it later because I want to see all the illustrations. This will be my audiobook for like the whole week, but they are like also quite short audiobooks. Like I usually tend to do them in a day, but at least like I will have an audiobook for the whole week, so it's like one less physical read for me. So like this will be my audiobook, and then on the other days I'll have physical reads. So 6 physical reads. I think it's all good. And I'm very excited to continue. It's also chosen out as books I need to finish this year, so that will be good to get to it through that as well. I think it couldn't have been more fitting for the prompt as well as the colors, so I'm very happy. And it was something for BOOKCLUB, but I don't remember what right now, so yay. And on prompt 2 we got these colors here, which is like bluish, blue, dark blue, etc. And on the cover I found of this book, it has one of these colors on the cover, definitely, I would say. But I have an ARC, so it doesn't really match that well with the colors. I think I followed the UK cover. I literally don't remember. I will, of course, pop a picture of it. But in this moment, I cannot remember what the cover looks like. But I chose out The Ballad of Never After by Stephanie Garber, which is a sequel to Once Upon a Broken Heart, which I just read to read this arc. This is being released on the 13th of September, so I'm going to read it the 12th, film a review on the 13th, and post it later that day, so it will come up on release date. This one, the first book at least, follows a young girl that I literally cannot remember the name of, Evangeline, and then the love of her life suddenly decides to marry her stepsister. She thinks he's cursed, and trying to reverse this curse, she goes to like the knaves, which is like kind of, I would call like, not fairy-like creatures, but powerful beings that like don't really like care about humans, and are like tricksters, etc. And then he turns her family to stone, and then she sacrifices herself for them to like reverse this, because she felt really bad, because that's not what she intended at all. And then like a whole thing is used. She's called a hero, she gets new chances of love, but then really she's just horny on the dude that cursed her family, to be real. It was an okay read, and this is the 2nd book, so obviously I don't know much about it yet, but I will post a review. And yeah, there was no prompt for this, it was only to choose a color, so that's what I did. Hopefully this matches. I literally cannot remember the cover right now, but yeah, this will be the first book of the week, while also starting Knock 3 Times, because that's my audiobook. And I know I will be able to read it in 1 day because I'm going to work that day, and I do have anything better to do than on the bingo. So yeah, And for prompt number 3, we have a like kind of minty green color thing, something going on here, and it was also to read a book with this color and then having POC representation in it. And for that I chose out The Beast of Prey, not The Beast of Prey, just Beast of Prey by Anna Gray, which I now realizes rhymes. And this one obviously has like one of the minty colors here, and I met the author at York. Super lovely, but I still hadn't read the first book. I bought the second book then, and I just heard amazing things about it. It's kind of like, I think, a horror a bit. I don't know, like there's creepy like animals and stuff in it, and then there's magic, and then there's different stuff. It is a bit thick though. I mean, it's almost 500 pages, and I'm kind of hoping I can finish that in a whole day as well. But yeah, I got the skills, so I think I can do it. If there's one book I need to read over 2 days, it is fine, since, you know, I'm doing the one audiobook. I don't know the plot, and I don't like to read synopsises, but this is the pick. So for the next book, I had chosen a book and I forgot to bring it in with me. I'm an idiot. But that basically is like pinkish color, and the prompt is to read in a cozy reading evening. So it doesn't need to be like a particular book if you don't want it to be. Like, it's not a reading prompt for a book, but it is just a prompt to fulfill. I'm just assuming all the cozy reading I'm doing is going to fulfill this prompt, but I did also want to pick out a book for the colors. So I chose Extraordinary by V. Schwab, and in this one, it is a comic, so it's going to take me a really short time to read it, which is why I also chose it for the readathon. And the edition I have, which is the Lumicrate edition, is like pinkish on the cover. That definitely matches the like one of the colors in a color scheme, but I forgot it in my other shelf because I forgot I was reading it for this. So that is my next read. So for the next prompt, there was no prompt. Our next roll is what I should have called it all along. We had 4 different colors, so you can choose one of the colors in this photo, and I chose the green because I am reading Across the Green Grass Fields by Shannon McGuire. Now, looking at the photo, I'm like, is that green color here on the cover? Vaguely, you know, vaguely. I think, whatever, I'm just doing it anyway. Obviously I picked this because it's short and it is a week-long readathon, and I wanted to complete 7 books, so I know I will complete this super fast, which is also why I think I have a potential. If there's one book taking me ages, I can read it over several days, and I like have this as like the daily read, and I like have another book I'm reading like 100 pages a day in, or something like that. But yeah, this continues, of course, my children's series where we follow kids coming back from fantasy worlds, and they need to deal with being back in our world again, and go to the school to basically, I was gonna say go to therapy to deal with our shitty world again. And it's a great time. I'm excited to continue this. I think this is like to do with horses. It's kind of a horse book, so I'm intrigued to see how we'll feel about that. Now again, for prompt 5, we landed on like a prompt where you're just gonna choose one of these 4 colors here, and I chose like the dark blue one. I think definitely is here in this cover. At least it was like, I'm trying to look over at the photo right now, at least it was like online. Now it seems more like purple-ish. This was also supposed to be for big book for BOOKCLUB, but then I realized it's under 500 pages, so I'm not sure. Should I pick a different book? I don't know, but like I had looked in for this, and I don't really think the color matches anymore, so now I'm very unsure of what I'm gonna do because it's literally purple. In the photos online, maybe the US cover has more like a blue one. I will pop a picture if I can find it, and then I will count it. But also, does it even count for BOOKCLUB anymore? I'm not sure, but I want to read it because the movie is coming very soon. It's so many questions, you know. Also, it's a bit thick though, so, but it's milligrams. I know I would read it fast. That was my pick. Now I'm unsure. I don't know what to do, but I was supposed to read this, but I am like a bit unsure now. But we are gonna still just continue this video because I don't bother fixing it right now. Most likely reading that. Now for prompt 7, we landed on a bit funny roll prompt, which was like either read all red or in black and white, or you could find a book that is black and white and red. So you could kind of choose what you were gonna do, because the prompt was black or white, but then you could also just, you know, ignore that and do the red. So I just decided to go with like reddish. I'm feeling like this has the colors for some of the templates in the thing, and I needed to read this for BOOKCLUB, so I'm going to read this in one day. It's very little text in it and it's 300 pages long, but I'm not really excited for it. It's like a book I won in a Goodreads giveaway 150 billion years ago, and then I ended up reading it, but I do want to like get to it and read it. It's like been on my TBR for 100 years, so I'm going to read it now and then you will find out how I feel about it. that is my little stack. Then I of course also have Extraordinary. So yeah, 2 of the books I think are really easy, and the most challenging one might be Beast of Prey, because it's like a bit longer than the others. But I think I will be fine. I think it will be good, hopefully. But yeah, that's my TBR for Roll the Rainbow Readathon, which I'll obviously leave it linked down below so you can check it out if you want to participate as well. And I will of course vlog a bit for it. Thank you so much for watching this little video. Leave a rainbow emoji down below if you enjoyed this for Roll the Rainbow Readathon. And you will see me soon. All my social media links are down below if you want to check out me. And join my Patreon, which is also linked down below if you want to support my channel further. And again, thank you so much for being here. Goodbye.